Hey, how's it going? So here's the here's this chord I was talking about. So I don't really know what level you're at. Like if you're a beginner or you're advanced and you're just trying to get some two-hand stuff going. So please message me if this is a little too much because I don't really know anything about you. But so basically this chord, this type of chord is something. There's a dude in my town named Charlie Austin. He calls this chord the sound one chord. So you take a chord like let's take F as a root because it's all white keys. You play an F major 7 flat 5, and this chord is really useful because depending on what the bass is playing, it can be 5 different chords. So if you're playing it and there's an F in the bass, then it's an F major 7 flat 5, right? If you're playing it and there's a G in the bass, then it's a G7 13, where you have the 7, 3, 9, 13. If you play it with a D in the bass, it's a D minor 6, where you have the 3, D minor 6, 9, so 3, 5, 6, 9. If you play it with a D flat in the bass, it's a D flat altered with a sharp 9, sharp 5. F, B, 3, 7, flat 7, though, sorry, I should have been saying flat 7. 3, 7, sharp 5, sharp 9. And then finally, if you play it with a B in the bass, you can get away as using it, you can get away with using it as like B diminished, B half diminished 7. And then some people play it with an E in the bass, which gives you kind of a like flat 9 sus. Yeah, so I went from least to most popular there. So most popular would be those like the major 7 flat 5, the 13 chord, and the altered dominant 7 chord. So you take this chord, there's 2 inversions, there's the A and the B, one inversion with F on the bottom, one with B on the bottom, and that's why it's so useful to understand these chords theoretically, because then it actually does save you time as far as muscle memory goes, because this chord is like 5 different chords and has 5 different applications, just depending on what the bass player is doing. So if I see a D minor 6, I'll just do this. If I see a G13, I'll just do this. Right? And I memorize those 2 inversions. If I see an F major 7 flat 5 or sharp 11, I'll just do this. Right? And it works great. And then you can open it up. Right? So you can make it a drop 2. So you probably already know this. Again, I don't know what level you're at. You probably already know this, but a drop 2, just in case. A drop 2 is when you take the second note from the top, drop it down an octave. So in this voicing, it would be the F. So then we get a nice 2-handed voicing there. Right? So something you could do is, we have this voicing, and we know it can be these 5 different types of chords. So maybe make a track in the iReal book or something on GarageBand, or record yourself a voice memo just going through the circle of fifths from different points, right? And if you go through the circle of fifths starting on G, then you're going through all your 13 chords. If you go through the circle of fifths starting on D flat, you're going through all your altered chords. If you go through the circle of fifths starting on D, you're going through all your minor 6, 9 chords, but it's all the same voicing. But it's different for your ears, right? So that's the thing, is you have to train less muscle memory, and you'll get more chords together in less time. So I hope that makes sense. There's 2 inversions, right? One with F and B on the bottom. One with F on the bottom, one with B on the bottom. I'll play them again so you can see them. Right? So it comes from an F major 7 flat 5. One has the root on the bottom, one has the flat 5 on the bottom. and it's all those different chords, and you can go through that cycle in the circle of fifths, right? So we have F major 7, flat 5, next would be B flat major 7, flat 5, right? Or and there they are with the roots, if I'm making them a 13 chord. But with different roots, it can be a totally different chord. So that was a structure that I found really useful to get under my fingers. And there's lots more structures just like that one. Just structures that you can play, and then depending on what the bass player's got, you can make them different chords. So I find those really useful because it takes a long time for, everyone's different. But for me, it takes a long time to get something into my muscle memory. So I like having chords that I can use in a number of different situations so that I can get to that muscle memory faster. I can spend more time on one structure instead of having to learn a million different structures for a million different chords. This one structure is 5 different chords, and there's more structures that are just like that.